Adequate. Adequate. The office space should be adequate for our current staff. Do we have adequate resources to complete this project? Briefing. Briefing. All staff must attend the safety briefing tomorrow. The manager gave a detailed briefing on the new procedures. Consecutive. Consecutive. This is the third consecutive year of growth for our company. She won the championship for 5 consecutive years. Defective. Defective. Customers can return defective products for a full refund. The inspection identified several defective parts in the shipment. Eligible. Eligible. Employees who have worked here for over a year are eligible for the bonus. Or international students eligible to apply for this scholarship. Favorable. Favorable. The bank offered us very favorable loan terms. The product received favorable reviews from customers. Hierarchy. Hierarchy. The company has a clearly defined management hierarchy. Understanding the organizational hierarchy is important for new employees. Integrity. Integrity. We value honesty and integrity in all our business dealings. Her personal integrity has earned her the respect of her colleagues. Jurisdiction. Jurisdiction. This matter falls under the jurisdiction of the local authorities. The court does not have jurisdiction over cases in other countries. Liable. Liable. The company is liable for any damage caused by its products. You may be liable for additional taxes if you report incorrectly. Merit. Merit. The proposal has merit and deserves further consideration. Promotions should be based on merit rather than seniority. Nonetheless. Nonetheless. The plan was risky. Nonetheless, we decided to proceed. She was tired. Nonetheless, she completed the presentation. Occasional. Occasional. We have occasional meetings with clients from overseas. He makes occasional trips to the head office in Tokyo. Persistent. Persistent. Successful salespeople are often persistent in following up with leads. We are experiencing persistent problems with the new software. Quantify. Quantify. It's difficult to quantify the benefits of this training program. We need to quantify the impact of the marketing campaign. Robust. Robust. We need a more robust system that can handle high volumes of data. The company showed robust growth despite difficult market conditions. Scrutiny. Scrutiny. The proposal will be subject to careful scrutiny by the committee. Financial statements undergo strict scrutiny during the audit process. Tedious. Tedious. Data entry can be a tedious task if done manually. The presentation was long and tedious, with too many details. Upgrade. Upgrade. We plan to upgrade our computer systems next month. Would you like to upgrade to a premium membership? Validity. Validity. The validity of your passport must be at least 6 months. Some scientists have questioned the validity of the research methods. Abundance. Abundance. The region has an abundance of natural resources. There was an abundance of food at the reception. Burden. Burden. The new tax regulations place an additional burden on small businesses. Caring for elderly parents can be a financial burden for many families. Compensation. Compensation. The compensation package includes a competitive salary and benefits. Customers who experience delays may be eligible for compensation. Deposit. Deposit. A security deposit is required when renting the apartment. You can make a deposit at any branch of our bank. Elaborate. Elaborate. Could you elaborate on your proposal for the new project? The hotel features elaborate decorations in the lobby. Forthcoming. Forthcoming. Details of the forthcoming changes will be announced next week. The manager was not very forthcoming with information about the merger. Genuine. Genuine. This certificate confirms that the product is genuine. She showed genuine concern for her employees' well-being. Hazard. Hazard. Working with chemicals can present a health hazard. The construction site has several potential safety hazards. Incentive. Incentive. The company offers financial incentives for employees who refer new clients. Tax breaks serve as an incentive for businesses to invest in green technology. Joint. Joint. The two companies announced a joint venture to develop new products. We issued a joint statement with our business partners. Likelihood. Likelihood. There is a strong likelihood that the project will be completed on time. What is the likelihood of the market conditions improving next year? Motivate. Motivate. Good managers know how to motivate their team members. Financial rewards alone do not always motivate employees. Nevertheless. Nevertheless. The task seemed impossible. Nevertheless, we managed to complete it. The evidence was circumstantial. Nevertheless, it was compelling. Obsolete. Obsolete. This technology will soon become obsolete. Many of our procedures have become obsolete due to automation. Precise. Precise. The instructions must be precise to avoid errors. The equipment provides precise measurements of temperature. Quote. Quote. Could you send me a quote for the printing services? She likes to quote famous authors in her presentations. Revise. Revise. We need to revise our budget estimates for next year. The committee will revise the proposal based on feedback. Subsequent. Subsequent. The initial meeting went well, and subsequent discussions were productive. The error was corrected in a subsequent version of the software. Transparent. Transparent. The company aims to be transparent about its decision-making process. We need transparent communication with all stakeholders. Unanimous. Unanimous. The board reached a unanimous decision to approve the merger. There was unanimous support for the new initiative. Vacant. Vacant. There are currently 3 vacant positions in our department. The office building has several vacant suites for rent. Withdraw. Withdraw. You can withdraw cash from any ATM with this card. The company decided to withdraw its application for the permit. Yield. Yield. The investment is expected to yield a 5% return annually. The new production method yields better results with fewer resources. Agenda. Agenda. Let's go through the agenda for tomorrow's meeting. Environmental issues are high on the company's agenda this year. Broaden. Broaden. The company plans to broaden its product range next year. Traveling helps to broaden your perspective on life. Cease. Cease. The company will cease operations at this site by the end of the year. The noise ceased suddenly, and everyone looked around. Deadline. Deadline. We must meet the deadline for submission of the proposal. The deadline has been extended by 1 week. Equivalent. Equivalent. This qualification is equivalent to a bachelor's degree. The company offers an equivalent product at a lower price. Format. Format. Please submit your report in PDF format. The conference will follow the same format as last year. Generic. Generic. The pharmacy offers generic versions of many prescription drugs. These are generic guidelines that apply to all departments. Highlight. Highlight. The report highlights the main achievements of the past year. Meeting the CEO was definitely the highlight of the conference. Idle. Idle. We can't afford to have expensive equipment sitting idle. The factory was idle for 3 months during the renovation. Interval. Interval. The maintenance should be performed at regular intervals. There will be a short interval between the two presentations. Keen. Keen. She has a keen interest in international business. The manager has a keen eye for spotting talent. Leverage. Leverage. We can leverage our experience in this field to win new clients. The company has too much leverage and should reduce its debt. Minimize. Minimize. Our goal is to minimize the risk of data breaches. The new procedures will help minimize errors in production. Negotiate. Negotiate. We need to negotiate better terms with our suppliers. She successfully negotiated a raise in her salary. Opportunity. Opportunity. This project presents an excellent opportunity for career development. We shouldn't miss this opportunity to enter the Asian market. Principle. Principle. Cost reduction is our principal objective this year. The principal of the school will address the parents at the meeting. Quarterly. Quarterly. The company releases its financial results on a quarterly basis. We hold quarterly meetings to review our progress. Reimbursement. Reimbursement. Employees can claim reimbursement for business travel expenses. Please submit your receipts for reimbursement by the end of the month. Secure. Secure. The company has implemented secure payment systems. We need to secure additional funding for the project. Transaction. Transaction. The bank monitors all online transactions for security purposes. Please keep a record of all your business transactions. Ultimately. Ultimately. Ultimately, the success of the project depends on teamwork. The CEO is ultimately responsible for all company decisions. Venture. Venture. The new business venture requires significant investment. Few companies venture into such competitive markets. Widespread. Widespread. There is widespread concern about the environmental impact. The use of smartphones has become widespread in recent years. Accustomed. Accustomed. Employees are not yet accustomed to the new system. I'm accustomed to working under pressure. Beneficial. Beneficial. The training program was highly beneficial for new employees. A partnership would be mutually beneficial for both companies. Capable. Capable. She is a highly capable manager with excellent leadership skills. This device is capable of processing large amounts of data quickly. Diligent. Diligent. He is a diligent worker who always meets deadlines. The success of the project was due to her diligent efforts. Essential. Essential. Communication is essential for effective teamwork. Having a backup plan is essential in case of technical problems. Feasible. Feasible. We need to determine whether the project is financially feasible. Is it feasible to complete this work by Friday? Gradual. Gradual. There has been a gradual improvement in sales over the past 6 months. We recommend a gradual approach to implementing these changes. Hesitant. Hesitant. He was hesitant to make a decision without more information. Investors are hesitant due to the economic uncertainty. Immediate. Immediate. The situation requires immediate attention. What are the immediate effects of this policy change? Interpretation. Interpretation. There are different interpretations of the contract clause. The conference will provide simultaneous interpretation in 3 languages. Logical. Logical. His explanation was clear and logical. The next logical step is to test the prototype with users. Maintain. Maintain. It's important to maintain good relationships with clients. The team has managed to maintain high-quality standards. Neutral. Neutral. The mediator must remain neutral during negotiations. We chose a neutral color scheme for the office. Ongoing. Ongoing. There are several ongoing projects that require attention. Training is an ongoing process throughout your career. Portion. Portion. A large portion of our customers are from overseas. Only a small portion of the budget is allocated for marketing. Regardless. Regardless. The event will take place regardless of the weather. All employees must follow these rules, regardless of their position. Sufficient. Sufficient. Do we have sufficient resources to complete this project? 2 weeks should be sufficient time for the preparation. Theoretical. Theoretical. The idea sounds good in theoretical terms, but may be difficult to implement. She has strong theoretical knowledge but lacks practical experience. Urgent. Urgent. This is an urgent matter that requires immediate action. She sent an urgent message to the IT department about the system failure. Verify. Verify. Please verify that all the information is correct before submission. We need to verify the identity of all users accessing the system. Allocate. Allocate. We need to allocate more resources to the marketing department. The manager will allocate tasks based on each person's skills. Clarify. Clarify. Let me clarify what I meant in my previous email. We need to clarify the requirements before proceeding. Duration. Duration. What is the expected duration of the meeting? The course has a duration of 6 weeks. Evolve. Evolve. Our business strategy has evolved over the past decade. Technology continues to evolve at a rapid pace. Flexible. Flexible. The company offers flexible working hours for employees. We need to be flexible and adapt to changing circumstances. Generate. Generate. The new campaign should generate more leads for the sales team. Solar panels generate electricity from sunlight. Hypothesis. Hypothesis. The research team is testing several hypotheses about consumer behavior. His hypothesis was confirmed by the experimental results. Indicate. Indicate. Recent surveys indicate growing customer satisfaction. Please indicate your preference on the form. Justify. Justify. How can we justify such a large expenditure? You need to justify your decision to the board of directors. Launch. Launch. The company will launch its new product next month. We're planning to launch the advertising campaign in spring. Major. Major. Cost is a major factor in our decision-making process. The company announced a major restructuring plan last week. Numerous. Numerous. We've received numerous inquiries about the new service. There are numerous ways to approach this problem. Obstacle. Obstacle. Lack of funding is the main obstacle to completing the project. We've overcome numerous obstacles to reach this stage. Perspective. Perspective. It's important to consider the issue from different perspectives. His international experience gives him a unique perspective.